So today I have my first corporate gig back since the beginning of the pandemic, my first private gig. And I have to say I'm very excited to get in front of an audience again. I'm doing a 20-minute act after dinner, and you know what, I thought I would take you along with me for the ride. It is 1 p.m. in the afternoon, I need to start prepping now, get ready for the show. The amazing Hillary is giving me a lift there because it is a bit further away in the middle of nowhere than I thought it was. Come on, let's go. So yep, that case there is all of my magic props. It's been a while since I've had to use any of them, so it's a total mess. I also didn't bring everything with me to Canada, so I just need to work out what routines I can and can't do, make sure that I remember the routines, and then pack my bag accordingly. So this is something I love to do before my gigs, to write out my set like this on this big whiteboard. It's maybe a little bit overkill, but I love doing it nice and big so it's there in front of me. It means when I'm packing my stuff, I make sure I've got a checklist for everything that I need. And you know, every gig's slightly different, so I want to make sure that I kind of customize my set to the audience and the conditions, especially at the moment with COVID. There are obviously restrictions on performances in theatre still here in Canada, but at a private event, it's slightly different because it's also to do with their level of comfort and if anyone's willing to get involved. And I'm really excited because some of these routines I've never done to a private audience, although I've had a really good chance at Illusionarium during the days to work these in over the past few months. Time for me to pack a bag, make sure I've got all my props. Let's go. Alright, so that's me packed all my props. I've packed my costume and wardrobe as well. I'm gonna jump in the shower and then head over to get my chauffeur to drive me there. When she sees this video and sees that I called her a chauffeur, she is going to kill me. So that's me all packed. To be honest, I think it's pretty amazing that I can pack a full 20-minute show plus costume into one backpack. Now, I do have a second one with me today, but that's only because I've got some stuff to do tomorrow, and I'm probably gonna stay at Hill's house tonight. I've got into 2 today, but I could actually get I reckon I could get an hour show into a backpack, which was one of the amazing things about being a mentalist, and also being able to rely on your skills as a presenter, rather than on the tricks or the props, which is something that I've worked really hard over the past few years to be able to do. You know, rely on myself rather than my props or my tricks, which I'm hoping in the long term as a professional magician and performer is something that will set me apart from a lot of other magicians. If you are a budding magician and you're just starting out, it's one of my biggest pieces of advice is once you've got the basics of magic down, spend more time on the other things, on how to speak, on how to present, on how to tell a story, on how to entertain professionally as well. That way you're not just relying on the tricks themselves, and you know, you could turn up anywhere and do sort of 15-20 minutes almost with no props, which I can kind of do. In fact, if I really wanted to, I reckon I could do a half-an-hour show with just my phone. And of course, like an audience, but that kind of goes without saying. Time for me to jump on the subway and to head over to Hill's now. I am really warm. I hope it's a little cooler outside. Way cooler. So almost every single time without fail, I get on the wrong platform because I'm used to going into town and I'm going out of town. So really embarrassing. Did it again. Alright, so we made it here thanks to my chauffeur slash driver.
Slash girlfriend, what the hell?
Slash driver. Yeah, it's cool up here. It's in the middle of nowhere, but it's pretty beautiful. We've got a little vineyard, winery. That's a car, that's not a vineyard, that's a vineyard. Fire burning stove. Fire burning stove. I think all stoves are fire burning. I think you mean wood burning.
Not all stoves.
All stoves are not fire burning.
No. But
they all burn. Gotta do the classic gig thing now and get dressed at the back of the car. Life of being on the road, I guess. That's me all dressed at the back of the car. Got my backpack, got my secret box, and I'm ready to go. In the new waistcoat, because I left my other one at Illusionarium. Don't have all my pins from the Magic Circle and stuff, but hey, I'm sure they'll forgive me. I'm getting judged right now for talking to a camera by her. She's judging me.
Sure has a name.
It, the chauffeur.
Hey.
So I am super early for this gig, so we're just gonna hang out, chill out, and yeah, just make sure I'm ready for it, because you fail to prepare and you prepare to fail. So yeah, just making sure that I'm ready to go. I think that is super important when you do a gig, especially one of the first kind of private gigs back since the pandemic. I also, I'm using a handheld mic today for the first time in a long time, but I got to choose and I chose handheld, so that's exciting. Another top tip, if you're a budding magician, learn how to use a handheld mic. It's pretty difficult at first, but it will pay dividends down the line, because you turn up to these venues all the time and there's always a handheld mic. It might be wired, might not be, but it's quite rare that you get a headset mic. And although they're easier, handheld mic gives you a lot more control. You can hold it to the audience, things like that. It's definitely worth learning. Maybe I'll do a video on it one day. Who knows? So the time is now 7:19. I was supposed to be performing at 7:30, as goes with a lot of these corporate events. They're running super far behind. I believe we were told half an hour behind, but looking at where they are, it's more like half an hour, more like an hour. But yeah, we're just having some fries, chilling out, and yeah, getting ready for the gig. Yes! Almost on, right? Driving back home from the gig, went okay. Stopped for petrol, got snacks, got a full tank of petrol, because I'm a fucking great boyfriend. So that's me home from the gig. It went really well, it was good. There wasn't too many people that hung around after dinner to watch the show, which is always a shame. A room of maybe a couple hundred. I think there was maybe about 30 that stayed to watch my part of the show. But hey, a gig's a gig. It was a great day all in all. I got loads done. Now to get some well-earned sleep. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little day in the life of a kind of gigging magician. Now that I'm back at it again with the white Vans. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to hit the big red subscribe button just so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. As always, stay awesome, and I will see you in the next one.
I am 80% hummus with a dash of sourdough bread. Also hot sauce.